Welcome to the Create on Your Campus Creating at Home series. I'm Gemma and we are going to make a parachute today with just a few things that you have around the house. This is also a project you can do in your classroom with just a few materials there. So we're going to be using materials that you would find in either place. Let's get started. We've got a paper towel roll or a yogurt cup. So the yogurt cup would come in your lunch and the paper towel roll would come from your classroom. We have a plastic bag, grocery bag, which might come with your lunch or also might come from somewhere in the classroom, bringing things to and from school. And we're using string, which you can find at home or your classroom. You can use yarn, that's what we're using today, but you could also use thread or another kind of string. And now we can get our materials ready. So what we'll begin with is preparing each of our separate parts. We have the cup, the string, and the bag. So for the cup, I'll use the cup as a first example. We're going to punch holes in this. This is the part of the parachute where someone can sit inside a toy or object. And we're going to use a hole punch to punch holes in the cup. So I already punched one hole. And now I'm going to punch three more. So I've got two, one, two, and then we're going to put two more so that they're evenly spaced around the cup. You don't have to measure them. You can just use your eye to tell what you want to do space-wise. So now you can see I've got 4 holes in there. And then the other option is using your paper towel roll. So I cut a piece of roll off of this, and then I cut on the bottom because you want it to have a bottom on it. I made 5 cuts that were all the same length, all the way around the bottom. Then you can fold them in one after the other, overlapping the one in front of it, and then that's the last one, so that they have kind of an octagon shape. And then you can put a piece of tape on it so that it stays closed, and then hole punch the top of this one. So I'll put 4 holes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got my 4 holes. And then we want to gather our string. So my string was a big blob like this, and I used a ruler to measure out 4 pieces that are 12 inches long, the length of the ruler. So I've already done that, and I'm going to separate those when I'm ready to get to it. The next thing I'm going to do to prepare is I'm going to take my bag and make sure it's really flat. So I laid it down on the table and I flattened it out so that it's flat and it'll be easy to cut. This is going to be the parachute. So I have a bag here that I already cut, and now I'm going to separate the 2 sides. So I'm going to use the plain piece. Oh, it looks like I'll use the printed piece. It looks like one piece didn't come off of the back. So now I have the top of my parachute, and then I'm ready to assemble. So then we'll take a piece of the string. So we had 4 of those strings. I'm going to do it on the yogurt cup. I'm going to lace it through and then tie a knot. So I'm going to do that 4 times so that we have 4 points to connect. And what's cool about parachutes is it's all about the resistance that it creates in the air that makes it go down slowly, what's known as drag. So it's a really invisible element in the air, but it is very fun to watch how that happens. And you'll notice that some things that you use as part of your parachute, like if you put a toy inside the cup, then the cup becomes heavier. It will flow down or glide down at a different speed than it will if it's empty. So you can explore all those different things. So now we have 4 sides, and then we're going to tie our 4 sides And I think I actually am a little longer than 12 inches, so I'll cut that a little bit shorter. So they're all the same. Then we're going to take strings and tie them around on our bag. We're going to just kind of single out one piece of the bag and tie, actually we can probably just tie them together. And then like when you're tying your shoes. So we've got one corner tied on. So I took my corner and I pushed the rest of the bag down. And then I'm tying on, make sure that I'm using the string that's next to the other string. So I'm going in an order, because I don't want to mix up my parachute and make it twisted. Okay, so I've got 2 done. Then we're going to go with another one. Same thing I did before, pinching that corner and then tying that down. And this is the last one, and then you're ready to go outside and try it out. Or you can go upstairs, and if you have an upstairs, you can float it downstairs, or you can stand tall and float it down from where you're standing. So this is our very tall parachute. You can take that and have a great time exploring it and trying out different scientific experiences and even keeping track of them. Hope you had a fun time with this one, and we'll see you soon.